Today I am starting with the chapter first, the fundamental unit of life, the cell, of class ninth biology. Discovery of cell. As you knew, the word cell is derived from the Latin word cellula, which means a little room. An English scientist, Robert Hooke, in 1665 discovered and named the cells while examining a thin slice of bottle cork under a primitive microscope made by him. Hooke observed cork's honeycombed or the porous structure and called the units as cells. He published his work in a book called Micrographia in 1665. That's name was Micrographia. In 1674, Antony von Leeuwenhoek, a Dutch microscopist, made an improved microscope, and using this microscope he discovered the free living cells in the pond water for the first time. Now the cell theory. Cell theory was proposed by Schleiden and Schwann. Schleiden, who was a German botanist, first proposed the idea that all the plants consist of cells. A year later, in 1839, the Schwann, a German zoologist, independently asserted that all the animals and the plants are made up of the cells. This joint finding forms of the basis of the cell theory. The cell theory was refined further in 1855 when another German biologist, R. Virchow, presented the idea that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Okay, now the instruments for studying cells. Cells are too small to be seen with the naked eyes. Cells are studied with the help of microscope. Microscopes are high-resolution instruments that are used for observing the fine details of very minute objects. Two common types of microscopes are light microscope and electron microscope. Light or the compound microscope. The simple student's microscope, which is often used in schools, is called compound microscope. In these microscopes, many lenses are combined together and their magnification power range from 300 to 1500 times. These microscopes use light, that is generally sunlight, to illuminate the objects. So these compound microscopes are called light microscope. Now the second type, that is the electron microscope. An electron microscope is a very large instrument that uses electromagnets for magnification and electrons for illumination. This remarkable instrument was developed by Noll and Ruska of Germany in 1932 and it was put to use in 1940. It uses very high voltage electricity. Electron microscope helps in observing subcellular structures which cannot be seen through a compound or light microscope. An internal vacuum is essential for its working. The object must be ultra thin and dry. It is with some matter or enhanced contrast, the image of the object obtained on a photographic film on screen, and magnification range is 1 lakh to 5 lakh. Now the shape and size of the cells. Cells vary in shape and size. They may be oval, spherical, rectangular, spindle shaped or totally irregular like the nerve cell. The size of the cell also varies in different animals and plants. Most of the cells are microscopic in size like red blood cells RBC, while some cells fairly large like the nerve cell. Okay, today students, one practical activity The lab activity you can say for the ninth class, that is the temporary mount of the onion peel. I want to discuss with you. Let us take an inner fleshy leaf of onion bulb. With the help of a set of forceps, we can peel off the skin called the epidermis. It is 1 cell thick from the concave side of inner layer of the onion. This layer can be put immediately in a petri dish or the glass dish or the watch glass containing water. This will avoid the peel getting folded and getting dry also. What do we do with this onion peel? Let us take a glass slide, put a drop of clean water on it and transfer a piece of peel from the petri dish or the watch glass to the slide. Make sure that the peel is perfectly flat on the slide. You may need a thin camel hair brush paint to help you to transfer the peel. At this stage, to put a drop of iodine solution on the piece of onion peel followed by a cover slip. In this way, you have prepared a temporary mount of onion peel. You can observe this slide under the low and high power of a light compound microscope, and you will see the different cells in the onion peel. Those are the epidermal cells. If you prepare temporary mounts of onion peels with a different size, you will observe that they all have the similar small structures. These structures look similar to each other. Together, they form a big structure such as the onion bulb. These small microscopic structures that you have seen in onion peel are the basic building units of onion bulb. These structures are called cells. Not only the onion but all